afternoon, everybody. We're up at the Dukes, and today sun's out, which makes a change, and we've got some old sprayer boom off an old spray. Well, it's a new sprayer boom. It's an offcut off a new sprayer boom, and what we're trying to do is make a little 5-6 foot boom for the back of the quad to spray the docks and thistles. So we've got no real material apart from a workbench full of scrap and a scrap pile, and it is literally like the scrap heap challenge. We're just trying to find bits out of here to make something on the quad and see if we can get it to work. Bob's still on holiday, we're bored, so basically this is the mission for this afternoon. See if we can get some sort of sprayer on here. So I'll turn the camera around and let you have a look at what we've come up with so far. We don't know if it's going to work, but we've got half a chance. So we've got a bracket there with a clamp, and we're going to drill a hole in there, clamp that to there, so that holds it in a cantilever position against that frame. Do the same on the back, just there.
It jams against one another.
So that jams onto there and on there, and when that's tightened up with a wing nut, that's going to be the distance, and then the sprayer boom was going to go across the back there. So we think we've got the attachment to the quad bit sorted out, but yet to remain. So we'll get some holes drilled in that and see if we can get that bolted up and see what the crack is. Double drilling this one. Two stacked up together. Duke's just tightening these up now. These are the clamps. We've got these old pipe clamps out of the dairy.
Pipeline clamps.
Pipeline clamps made out of aluminium, and they're perfect for clamping around these tubes and things. We've got 4 of them on, drilled, nut and bolted. Just nipping them up with a socket, and that basically is how the frame clamps on to the quad. And literally a couple of minutes we can take that back off again out of the way.
It's quite sturdy, that.
That's very sturdy, isn't it? Yeah, good job that. Yep, so that's first bit. Now all we've got to do is that edge wants file in there, and then we've got to make some sort of boom now that goes across the back of there. Obviously the spray is going to sit on this aluminium plate there, and that gets ratchet strapped on. And then we've got the lance. We've bought a T-piece, and we're going to try and make some sort of boom. We've got 1, 2, 3, 5 outlets, and then see that we can spray it. That's his old farrier's file for when he used to do Shire horses' hoofs.
Yeah.
That was soft.
Yeah.
Went through like butter, that.
Alright for that job, I think.
Right.
You want pliers to widen that.
Well, you either got to widen that a bit or squash that in, and I reckon that'll. What do you reckon? That's nearly in, isn't it? It's trying to slide down in there. Is that? I got a burr on it inside. Wait, enters it. Just squash it in vice. Squash that in vice on end, just so you can nip it together.
Knacking your shape up.
Right, gone in. Once it's in, you can knock it in with a hammer. There we go, look. You reckon that'll work? There we go. Breakthrough. Right, day 2 of the sprayer build on the little quad bike. Bob's back off his holidays. He's turned up this morning and he's not very happy because somebody's stolen his wheelie bin while he's been on holiday. Brand new one and they've nicked it, so he's on the warpath. But anyway, back to the quad. It's all here. We finished it yesterday. Unfortunately, my phone, what I did the filming on, battery went and it shut the phone down, so I couldn't finish filming the build. So what we're going to do now, we've got a couple of snagging jobs. We tested it yesterday afternoon and it seems to work, but we've got a couple of leaks on the control valve. So we're going to just put some PTFE tape on that, and then we're gonna test it. So stay with us. I'll show you around it in a minute. Bob says if anybody knows he were on holiday and they've nicked his dustbin, he says bring it back. He says and no more about the matter will be said. So this little control valve here, which turns the water off to the sprayer boom, is leaking on the brass ferrules, so we're just going to put some PTFE tape on that. Then hopefully that should be it. Bob's trying to find a ratchet strap to fix the tank down to the quad, and then we should be away, fill it up, and we're going to test it again. But basically we've got five nozzles and the boom, and we've made this bracket attachment onto the quad with the dairy clips, which goes all the way through. So when we want to take it off, all we do is undo those 2 nuts, that one there, same on the other side. That comes off, the whole thing just slides out and goes into the stores. And then the boom is fixed on here and it's fully adjustable. You can slacken those nuts off and you can slide the boom in or out up to about 8-9 inches. So if you want it nearer the quad or further back, you can. One little adjustment we're going to make, we're going to get another nozzle on this end here, because at the moment that nozzle sprays vertical and we've got a takeoff for a 45 degree. So if we're doing a bank, spraying a bank or anything, we've got a little bit more coverage. So we're going to change that. This bit of garden hose is just temporary till we get some rubber hose, because it's starting to kink there. We don't know if it's going to restrict water flow or not, but we're going to swap that for rubber. But remember, this is only the prototype.
Well, you could use this rubber if you put drilling end to make it fit on that one.
To make it fit on that one, yeah. Oh, we could do. And then basically what happens is, obviously you fill your tank, turn your pump on. The pump's operated via a switch at the side of the driver, which we're thinking about mounting on the handlebars, so you can operate it while you're driving. And then basically you've got your lance, which is wound round, so you can get off and do some spot spraying, or you can then open the control valve and get it onto the boom. Right, we've got the bracket off now. We're just putting some PTFE tape on there. I've just been stung by a wasp. Must be this yellow top that's attracting them. It gone up my trouser leg and stung me twice on the leg. I wonder what we're going off. We're debating at the workbench, look. Oh, I forgot to tell you as well, the power pack for the sprayer, the battery, is in this front box with the clips on, nice and simple. That closes. That's your battery. And then everything else, we've just got a strap, so that's mounted on there, safe, and that's it. Wire runs down there next to the driver. You can operate it from there or the control valve. The choice is exactly up to the driver. And then another 10 minutes, should be ready for testing it. Right, we're ready for the big test. We've put a little bit of water in there just to test it. We've replaced that pipe because it was kinking with rubber. We've retaped that up, yeah. We've retaped that up and refixed that. That's the flow control valve. So basically you turn that one off. That stops the boom spraying and then enables you to get your lance out, and you can do some spot spraying with your lance. then you turn your lance, put your lance away, turn that back on, your boom's back. Okay, so if we turn this on, that's the driver's switch, pump's pressurised, turn that on. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's the sprayer. And we've got perfect overlap all the way down. Just cleaning the nozzles out with some water. That's putting some water out, that. Don't know if you can see it or not. Well, there we go. That's the scrapyard boom sprayer that we've made off of that bench and that scrap.
That's right.
With the Duke. Now we're ready to field test it, and my leg's throbbing because I've been stung by a wasp. Oh, went right up my trouser leg. So yeah, that's it. We're going to take it up to a field now. I'm going to put some stuff in, and we're going to go and spray some docks and see what it's see what it performs like. So come along with us. Right, that's it. We've put a bit of water in. We're just going to test this. Test the sprayer now, see what happens while we're moving, make sure it's not blowing everywhere and usual thing.
Put your helmet on.
You don't need helmet on, do you? Right, the Duke's away. That's it. Sprayer's on. It seems to be working. Here it comes. A bit difficult to see, but it is spraying. Spray pattern's lovely on that. Dust suppression in the yard. There you go, look at that. All that was made from scrap. So, yeah, we're pleased with that. That's it, we're flying now, we're on the quad. Being towed by the Duke on the trailer. The reason we've got this on the trailer is because the sprayer boom is very close to the edge. So there we go, that's the sprayer, the quad sprayer that we've made from scrap. The new boom on the back. The only thing that's new is the sprayer nozzles. Everything else made from scrap out of the farmyard. And the next addition we've done is we've put the marker blobber on the front, made a bracket for that. So you can see where you've been. Drops a little blob of foam. Switch that off. That drops a little blob of foam every time you've done a strip, so you can mark yourself so you know where you've been. And that's it. If you've enjoyed that, give us a thumbs up. It's got to be worth a like just for that foam. Just filling it up. It's the first refill of the day. And I'll get back to it. Right, there we go then. That's the quad sorted. We've got the sprayer on the back, we've tested it, it sprays water, absolutely brilliant. So that's where I'm going to leave the video for today. If you've enjoyed that, it's a bit impromptu really, but a couple of days we were bored waiting for Bob to come back off holiday, and so we made a little quad sprayer out of scrap basically. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed that and it's been useful to you, maybe consider subscribing. And maybe, you know, click the like button if you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you real soon. Keep an eye out, there's some great videos coming up. We've been working on a lot of projects lately. So, yeah, good news coming. See you soon. Bye.